Guys, this is going to be a longer video than usual and a bit of a rant, but I'm pissed off and I need to get it off my chest. The entertainment and media spectrum is experiencing one of the biggest shifts of attitude in a generation, with some very famous people being finally dragged out of the shadow and highlighted as the total pieces of crap that they are. Sexual abusers are no longer able to hide behind their fame or their fortune, and the hashtag #MeToo movement has empowered women to stand up and be heard. At the same time, social and political groups continue to root out racism and homophobia. I see those as all positive things, and I believe most guys do too. But in trying to put the pendulum back in the centre and create a fairer society, there are those who are intent to push the pendulum too far the other way. This has caused a mass surge of back push against anything that seems to have an agenda, and if you dare to object, then you're a sexist, misogynist, racist, and if you support it, then you're an SJW. Some of Hollywood, the massively wealthy, privileged and detached from reality, now regularly virtue signal. We are seeing established, massively popular franchises like Star Wars, Doctor Who and Star Trek change specifically to promote an agenda. As a huge film and science fiction fan, I find this particularly irritating. We have had Pepsi adverts support Black Lives Matter, Ben & Jerry's produce a special edition ice cream to oppose the current American President Donald Trump, and now we have Gillette release an advert that highlights mansplaining, toxic masculinity, boardroom sexism, the male gaze, and much more besides. Now let me make this very, very clear. I am absolutely against racism, sexism and misogyny. I was brought up by parents who instilled me with respect for women and those with other life choices. So my objections to Gillette are not because of the basic message. My objections are twofold: how they presented the message and the fact they felt entitled to do so. I noticed on the official YouTube advert page, which is, there's going to be a link below, that the like to dislike ratio keeps adjusting to keep it lower, and has done this for the last couple of days, with thousands of dislike votes being deleted. Even so, at the time of filming this video, it had 1.1 million dislikes. That stinks of tinkering by the company who has been deleting votes to stop it being an even bigger disaster. It's also crystal clear from the comment section that people's negative comments are regularly being removed, particularly those with a high number of upvotes. I wanted to test this for myself, so I left a suitably cutting comment, nothing too harsh, no swearing or any wording that could be construed as being sexist, and sure enough, when I checked back a few hours later, my comment was gone too. Society has many issues to address, and as I know from my LGBTQ, people of colour and female friends and work colleagues, it still happens. But it's a small minority that are the problem. But the advert makes it look like it's the majority of men, and only a few of these enlightened guys will step up and do the right thing. The term toxic masculinity is thrown around constantly, and it drives me nuts. Could a similarly insulting term be applied to all women, or all of a certain non-white male group, and used to berate them constantly? Of course not, there'd be uproar. And what the hell is the deal with two boys having a rough and tumble on the grass at a barbecue when one stunning and brave man steps in to stop it and educate them that it's wrong? Are you fucking kidding me? Rough play is an essential part of boys growing up. Not only does it prepare them physically with strength and reflexes, it helps them overcome fear of being hurt. The simple truth is that if you wrap your boy in cotton wool and never allow him to have the basic choice of the sort of games he wants to play, he's likely to get the crap beaten out of him when he goes to school, when he is too scared and ill-prepared to protect himself. And what happens when he's an adult and his wife and kids are threatened with no way to call the police? Does he turn to his wife and say, "We're equals, and I've never had a fight, so can you deal with this please?" And before anyone comments on it, yes, I know there are plenty of women who can kick the crap out of a guy. Several of my martial arts instructors over the years have been females, and their skills are amazing. When they are a highly paid exec in a massive corporation like Gillette, it's easy to educate the rest of us when they're chauffeured between their ivory tower office and their gated community mansions. The real world isn't like that. And why are Gillette making an advert like this in the first place? They're either being influenced by people with agendas, possibly investors, or they knew it would create a shitstorm and they wanted all the attention. Either way, Gillette, you produce saving equipment with a large amount of that being bought by men. I'm not fucking interested in your agenda or your attempt to shame me for being male and suggesting myself and all my male family, friends and work colleagues are toxic and that I need to raise myself above them. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Gillette has tried to virtue signal and instead has just spat in the face of its major customer base. With them constantly deleting negative feedback, the only way to make these companies see how we feel is by hitting them where it hurts in their wallet. Now, I've been using a Gillette Fusion razor for the last couple of years, but now it's going in the bin. It's bad enough that you rip me off for over £2 for a blade cartridge that likely cost pennies to make, but I won't be slagged off at the same time. I won't be buying Gillette products from now onwards. I'm not suggesting you do the same. Guys, it's entirely up to you what you decide and if you think Gillette is in the wrong and if you want to do anything about it. If you agree with me that Gillette is out of order producing an advert like this, please hit the like button. Whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Thanks very much for staying to the end. Thank you for visiting the channel and I hope to see you again real soon.